Hello and welcome to another installment of my agency driver series on ETS2. Now I've got no mods enabled on this profile, so what you see is exactly what's standing in the game. I do own all the cargo packs and all the map DLCs released as of today, which is the 13th of July 2019, and hopefully the sound has vastly improved from what it's been on the previous videos. Now, in the early episodes of this agency driver service, the sound quality has not been that brilliant, and if you want to watch part 3, which is where I drive the Renault Premium, it is in another section of the playlists, because the audio quality is very bad on it. Now I will make another video featuring the Renault Premium, but obviously commentary will be different. But this series is to showcase all the different models and makes of truck available in the game. Now this agency driver series, I'm not sticking to similar horsepowers in all the trucks. I'm just seeing what jobs are available and take jobs with different makes of the truck. Now I started in one city, then I went to another, and then the following journey started in the drop off city of the previous video. So this time starting in Odense in Denmark, and we are going to Rostock in Germany. Now this will involve going across a toll bridge and a ferry connection, so I'll just quickly show you the route that I've got planned out for this, and then tell you a little bit about the truck, what I think of it, and use some random irritations for the game. Now I'm not new to playing this game. I've been playing it for a good few years now, so know a bit about the trucks anyway. So just bring up the map here to show today's route, which starting there in Odense, then we're going, that's the toll bridge there, then going to Gedster and doing into Rostock. Now I am doing some discoverables on the way as well, where I can reasonably do them, and check this is right, which it isn't because it's got me going that way, so I'll just manually reduce this route a little bit. So there we go. See, sometimes you can make a mistake by where you put your waypoints in, but you can easily adjust them later. So that covers now that discoverable without going miles and miles out of our way, got circles. So we'll start now. Today's truck, as I've said, is the MAN TGX Euro 6. It's got 560 horsepower. It's on the 8x4 chassis, and I'll explain about, and then just check controls are set right. Yes, I have set it for 16 speed, because where up to now I've driven just 12 speed trucks, which are the most commonly available in the quick jobs. This one has 16 speeds. Now I'm just doing this to showcase trucks and give my opinion on them. I'm not comparing them, because if I was comparing them like to like, I would try and pick all the ones that's got similar horsepower to each other and 3 transmissions, but well, that's just a thing of this thing. So shall start this journey. Now I've already completed this journey in a previous recording of the silent trucking version, so obviously this is a fresh recording of the same journey because I didn't have my mic switched on. So if anybody would like me to start and do a few silent trucking videos, I'm more than willing to do. Now before I start the engine and get any further, now I had a long conversation with Oddball76 last night, and he's helped me quite a lot with the mic settings and what have you. So if you want to check out a really nice guy, is go and check out his channel, Oddball76. I think I've put it either in a featured channel or a recommended channel on my page. So, they say, big thanks to Oddball there. So, going on our journey now. So, got 232 miles to cover, but that includes the ferry distance. But we'll get there and I'll give you some random irritations and probably rabbit on a bit too much.
Let's do this.
So we'll just get going now. The bugbear with this at the moment, right, is when you do special transport and heavy special transport in quick jobs, the trucks what you get all have beacons on the roof. Now if you do a haul like this, which is part of the heavy cargo pack or special cargo pack, there's no beacons on the truck yet. There is one in back of the trailer now. Laws that the truck would require the beacons on as well, but in quick jobs you can't customise to add them. So let's get started. On you now, it's a while since I've driven a 16 speed in manual on ETS2. Now controlling shift pattern to the ZF16 speed pattern because this truck happens to have the ZF16 gearbox. Now coming out of these junctions you need to take them wider than you would normally because
get ready to turn left.
You've got a long trailer on, but
turn left.
This type of trailer, yes, some people don't like them and they can be a nuisance sometimes when it comes to manoeuvring them, parking, etc. Because they have rear steerable axle on. Some people prefer the fixed axles that don't steer, but I've got no preference to these. Now I said in the introduction to this video that I aim to drive every make and model of trucks, and I'm not using any mods at all, so said before on this profile, so what you see is what you get. And when I've tried all the different makes and models of truck, then I might go on to doing some of the special transports, and then you'll be able to see what some of the trucks are like with a real heavy load on. Now the job that I've got available to me in the quick jobs now, because special transports, well yes you can, in my opinion, compare the little trucks a little bit, but the special transports you're under escort and you have speed limit on them. So let's start and talk a little bit about the MAN TGX Euro 6. So the MAN TGX Euro 6 is actually the most recent truck added to the game. Now SCS has had a license agreement for a long time with MAN or MAN, however you like to pronounce it, in the game, and MAN was the only brand that hadn't had a name change. Euro Truck Simulator, German Truck Simulator, and the original version of Euro Truck Simulator, which very similar to this predecessors, but both of them games had slightly some different features into what these have. But each version of ETS2 that, like with the updates and things, what SCS keep doing, quality of the game is getting better and better and better all the time, especially the quality of some of the newer map DLCs. So let's say the MAN Euro 6 is the most recent model added to the game. It's done on the newer format what they have for modelling trucks, so the model of them is slightly better than on some of the older trucks. But do I like the MAN? In my opinion now, do I like the MAN TG Euro 6? Well, they're capable, You do a load, they'll do a delivery, but I am not that keen on them. I like man trucks. I always find them looking a bit cheap and plasticky in places, and I've seen some of these models of trucks in real life, and they are exactly the same at the front. They always appear as though man has forgotten the design feature, especially on the radiator grille, where there looks to be a big gap, no protection there. Now on the older models, slightly different because there's a silver trim there, which actually looks aesthetically better than things like that. So
Caution. Please mind the speed limit.
It's the most recent addition to the game version. The previous newer truck, that was the Scania Next Generation, which I've already covered in a previous video. Now this truck has engines ranging from 360 horsepower, which is your entry level, and they go right up to 640 horsepower. Now they're all Euro 6 engines. They're all flat L60s, which is inline 6. There's no V8 options at all with these. Now gearboxes, what these come with, there's your Allisons with or without retarder there, 6-speed. Then for your 12-speed box. Now this is where these differ from the older TDX in the game. Now the older TDX uses a ZF transmission for a 12-speed. These use a transmission called Tipmatic, which is an automatic transmission, and they are available again with or without retarder. Then they do offer a 16-speed 16-speed transmission, which is a ZF, which this truck has, which you need 16 speeds for the heavier, more oversized loads like this particular load I've got on minute, which is the transformer, and it weighs somewhere between 47 and 48 ton, or 47 some 1,000 kilogram if you're in European language. Now
exit right.
I'm running trucks now I'm in England, so I'm running trucks in miles, and the fuel consumption I've got in miles in litres per 100 miles. So the speedometer, if it says you can do 80 on a road, I can only do 50, because 50 miles an hour is approximately 80 kilometres because of the conversion. And there's a fairly easy way to work these out. What my father who drove buses, my uncle who drove HGVs and buses, now said to me that work it out is 1 mile is 1.6 kilometres, but to simplify it is for every 8 kilometres is approximately 5 miles, so the conversion's 1.6 something it is, but that's how you work it out near enough. So explains that. Now Man TGX has a fairly similar dashboard to the, should I say, the TGX Euro 6 has a very similar dashboard to the older one, where you got the rep counter, the speedo, and then you got your 4 dials. Now the dashboard computer is slightly different in these, but it's an area that SCS could work on in all the trucks to get them to look more realistic, rather than just giving you just what information that you need, because some trucks in real life give more information than what these do. So the dashboard, you've got your rep counter, your speedometer, then bottom left you've got your fuel gauge, next to that your temperature gauge, and then you've got your air pressure or air tanks, whichever they are. So and a little display below the ref counter, which is a very poor design on these trucks. I don't know if it's modeled like that in real life or that, but to me that is too small, where you've got your temperature at the top where it is outside, then below that you've got total distance what your truck's covered. If it was kilometres it would be a number of kilometres, miles. This one's in miles and it's done just over 50,000. Below the speedo, your time what is in game and your trip distance what you've covered on your journey. Now, van truck has a very prominent green band. Now, some of the trucks don't have show you a prominent green band like what these do. So the green band is normally where it's basically your power band where the torque is, and the lower down in the green you can keep it, the more economical the truck is. But these mans are not the most economical vehicles in the world, even in smaller chassis and things on. They aren't bad, but they're not the best. And then in the centre you've got your normal dashboard computer display.
Keep right and then exit right.
Which does have a digital speedo on it, which not all the trucks do. It shows you how many litres of fuel you've got left and approximately the range that will last you on, which there's odd one of the two of the
Turn
trucks
left.
don't show you how much fuel you in litres what you've got left. Will show you the range, approximately what you've got, but not everything. And then your next display is your fuel consumption, what you're averaging and your instant. So this is very high, but say with 48 tonne on it will be. And then your next display is obviously your temperatures, your water and your oil. And then we're back to the digital speedo again, which, yes, it's black and white and it's fairly clear, but they could make it a bit bigger, because another bugbear with these is some trucks will show you warning lights and some won't. I don't know if this one will actually show you or not, but some of them will show you if your axle's raised or not, and others
Caution, please mind the speed limit.
This one does have a symbol for engine brake, and
get ready to turn
it's
right.
harder if you can work out which it is on it. And in these trucks there's only two trim levels available. There is a more basic grey one like what this truck has on some of the panels there below the awful sat nav it's built in, which you're far better off if you get one of these and you've got cabin accessories package to get the windshield version. So the other level of trim is where this one's got grey bits of trim, the posher one has tan. There's no difference in the speedo or sat nav or anything in the more expensive trim levels, but my preference is, if I had to use one of these, to get one with the basic trim level, because I'm not that keen on the light brown in them. So we'll just go use the things on the ferry. Well, there's only one destination here, so it's all we can pick.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Now, the built-in sat-nav in this game is actually one
rerouting.
The voice navigation is actually one of the best things that's ever happened, if you enable it. There's a few different voices and it's available in a few different languages, but they're adding more languages all the time. working on more for it, so as they advance with it, more like languages will become available. But there's plenty of information about on the blogs, SCS blogs and things like that for you. You can get mods that will put different voices in, but your commands are basically the same. I'll give you now chassis options on these trucks.
Get ready to turn left.
There's the same range as what there is available in a lot of trucks, the 4x2s, the 4x2 chassis, entry level is a 6x2, mid, tag, 6x2 4s, but our class is 6x2 4 as a 6x2. So, and then you get your 6x4, which is both rear axles driven. Then you get a 8x4 chassis, which this one has, which is
get ready to turn right.
The two most back axles are driven like a 6x4, and then there's an additional axle at the front that isn't powered, but it's steerable, so means it helps you with your steering. Now, some heavy loads on a 4x2 chassis, with some of the physics driving along, struggle to get away with them turn corners, and sometimes if you have a heavy load on, because there's no length of support there, driving away with a heavy load on it can actually cause the front of the truck to lift up and lose contact with the ground. Now,
turn left.
If it happens you want to, in a 4x2 truck, if it lifts the front wheel off the ground, you'd have no steering at all, because the main steering on a truck is done on the front axle. That's not powered. Your back ones are the drives. Now, you're doing heavier loads in the game. Some of the trucks come with a, all the trucks come with a 6x4 chassis, which is medium heavy weight, and then you get like some of the trucks now, they're offering 8x4, and the benefits of doing 8x4, apart from having a steerable axle on, is that the weight's distributed, so there's actually less weight and pressure. You still throw the same load, but there's less weight and pressure on each of the axles. So, because in some countries, I'm not too sure about the facts of this, but I will maybe check up in, but there's a maximum recommended weight limit that you can carry on each axle. Now, 8x4 is perfectly fine for heavier, oversized load, special transports, etc. But if you play the game normally, most of the time, unless you put like cargo packs in, that you'll find you'll be just towing like normal cargo, your boxes, some flatbeds, etc. These loads will do occasionally, which can do perfectly well with a 6x4. And well, the Scania, again, you only really need the big engines to load big, heavy, oversized loads, transports. Apart from that, stick in real life is what a lot of the haulage firms do. Stick around about, I think about the average one, what I can work out with the amount of second-hand trucks are safe for sale, and some real life bloggers, most of their trucks are either 440 or up to about 500 horsepower, depending on what make they're driving, which, not in a real world, and a lot of them drive 6V 2.4s as well. Now, a lot of that is to do with, alright, you carry weight with them, fair enough, but a lot of it's got to do with economy and running costs as well, because this game
keep right
simulated that well sometimes. But if you can truck and drive more economical, you'll make more profit from the deliveries. And obviously I'm not environmentally conscious, but it's better for the environment, because well, that was watching the Guy Martin programme, I've forgotten which one it is, where he was working on a wagon, and actually said Euro 6 uses more fuel, has to burn more fuel to burn it cleaner than what the previous generation of engines did. Now I don't know, because the Euro 6 there's different categories on them, and they don't really model that too well in these games. It's just they might say certain engines Euro 6 and etc. in them, but I know they are advancing things on all the time, and that with the engine technology, actually vehicles in real life. So
Keep right, and then exit right.
go, but they
Exit right.
now I'm not in the game. I'm not really one for driving mod trucks, but when I do, I like to drive is XBS. Does them, you'll find these on the forum. The DAF F241, and he does the DAF 95 80, yeah, and I believe he does the Sisu as well, because to me, being the age I'm 44, real life, but travelling a lot with me dad and my uncle when I was young, I have a soft spot for the proper old-fashioned tachographs.
Keep right, and
The ones
then
that
turn
take
right.
the paper disc now. I know they use electronic ones now. None of the modern trucks have these in, but some of the older mods do. So if I want to drive one with a proper old-fashioned tachograph in, there's quite a few mods that do it. There's Volvo F Series, there's,
Turn
I'd say,
right.
the DAFs, there's a Sisu, all available via the workshop, or in most cases the SCS forum. But I suppose like modern technology moves on now, but as I say, the things, some of the trucks have better dashboards in than others. So yeah, main bugbear with the TGX Euro 6, because I don't think I've covered that one yet, is the size of the nearly swore there, is the size of the onboard sat nav. It's very tiny, at least it's bigger, and you can see the circle where the speed limit is you're doing, but on these it's very quiet and very small. It's difficult to see without actually staring right at your screen. I know I could sit further in, but all these trucks I'm driving are set at the default driving positions of them, so see that the mirrors aren't, the sitting position in the mirrors isn't too bad, but
Turn right.
there's better and there's worse. So in overall conclusion, I might like the MAN TG6 and truck. Well, they're capable, and some people love them, some people hate them, but they're not the worst in the game. Allude to that, and good points. Well, more modern design, I suppose you have to count as a good point in these, but the default seating position, so for some reason this truck's got stuck. Sometimes these try to these at too tight an angle, they do get stuck sometimes, so you have to rock them out, or you wait there, Mr. Scania. You see now if I can get this round without clouting the front end of the truck. And if I drive my own truck, we'll be more careful with it, but company trucks, people tend to drive more erratically, but because damage doesn't cost you anything on like a job in quick job. If you get your own truck it does so, but pound it makes it best practice to drive one basically just about as you drive, carefully as you drive your own, that you don't risk damaging your load, because just put this up in quick jobs. It doesn't matter if you damage the truck or damage the trailer that you put on, because it doesn't affect your XP or the reward for the job. The only comes in is if you damage the cargo in any way, then that affects your things there. So just end the job, see what we get. Yeah, another perfect delivery. Right, so I'll soon end this video. Just dropped up now, just dropped off in Rostock, so I'll just drop on the map there. I'll click on Rostock and then we'll see what's coming up next. I've already done one of those model, so work out where I want to go. Now with quick jobs you can like to start in the city where I left off, so then we'll just see what trucks are available and pick one. So we'll do that one next. Okay, none of these are very long jobs here. I've already done one of them, so on over. Yeah, so in the next one we may take the DAF XF. So I'm going to end this here and bye for now. 10-10, I'm over and out. Take care and stay safe on them roads. Goodbye.